It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' rookie linebacker. He's been a terror in the pass rush all year, to the tune of 12 sacks so far. It's the Lions and the Saints, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are.
The Lions defense ready to go and in good form, coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And he had an interception in that game last week, his second on the year. So he's beginning to get a much better feel about how he fits in this defense.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So players shake it up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And here's the former Lion, a fan favorite. It's Jamal Williams. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Detroit defense back onto the field. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway.
Monday, down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Let's ride, dog.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Carr to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here is 3rd and 5. Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Carr. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Lions defense back out there. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, a beautiful fake. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Play action. Now it's Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Fighting to stay upright. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Smith catches left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Carr. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They'll try to force the stop here in the second quarter of what's been a scoreless game to this point.
What now?
On 1st down, Carr. Incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That is incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Camaro. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. Carr going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've gone to the half, all even at 14 apiece. Not too much to show you in terms of scoring plays. In fact, there's nothing to show you. A scoreless tie here at the half. Both of these defenses have been outstanding thus far.
The Lions defense back out there. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. Carr now on 1st down. There's Chris Olave. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The Lions defense back out there. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. Carr now on first down. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Carr gonna throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Marcus Golden in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
What now?
Throwing now is Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
6:37.
On play action, it's Carr. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Down. That's up.
Now Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Detroit, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.